I was an adorable moon-faced cherub, much like I am today. And I was deeply, deeply interested in the films of Shirley Temple, and another adorable moon-faced cherub. And I figured she sings and dances and is in movies. And it doesn't seem that hard because I'm already singing and dancing and I may as well be in movies. So I decided that I wanted to become a child actor. Well, actress. So it's 5. It was very important, the whole gender thing at the time. And so after a long period of asking, or what felt like a long period of asking, I started going on auditions. And it was for things like local commercials, because I didn't live in New York City or Los Angeles. I was in the Philadelphia suburbs. And yeah, I just assumed that if I waited, I would just be a movie star. And it turns out it wasn't like that at all. And so after a few really awkward auditions, it was mostly like, can you smile? Are you going to start crying hysterically? Or wet your pants? No? Okay, next. I got a call back and a part in a commercial for a local grocery store chain. And I was really excited because I was going to be on TV. And like all people, I ate food, so it was going to be perfect. I knew, however, that I wasn't going to be able to pull out all the stops and do all of my singing and dancing and put on a show. I was going to have to do what they told me to do. But I figured I could get some really good moments in, and then I would be on my way to the movies. So the first thing that we shot was a scene in the grocery store, and I was just supposed to be with the woman playing my mother and the boy playing my brother shopping. Because this commercial was all about how great it was to go shopping and then eat food, because it was for a local grocery store. That's just go to our grocery store because it's there. It's basically the point of the commercial. And so, I walked around in the grocery store and sat in the back of the cart and fought all of my urges to start singing and pulling things off the shelves, and it took forever. It took so long. How many times do you have to smile at a grocery store? 100? I lost count. But it was tedious, and I was losing patience. A lot of patience lost. And so I decided, if I'm going to become a superstar, I'm going to have to step it up in the next part of the commercial we were shooting, which was a family dinner scene. And it was really cool because I was on a set. And so it wasn't really a dining room in a family home at all. It was a couple of walls and a table and some tchotchkes. And then there was my fake mom, and my fake dad, and my fake brother, and our fake dinner. It's all right, all of the curtains had been pulled back, and I was learning a lot about the business. And I was really excited about it. And I decided, after a few takes of us all, tucking into the peas, pretending to eat them so happily, as a beautiful family that shops at this particular local grocery store chain, that I thought maybe if I just threw in a couple of things, they'd really appreciate it. And so I started giving myself lines. We weren't supposed to have lines. There was a voiceover. That was the whole point. They had an announcer, and we were just supposed to be a family eating dinner. But I thought, good peas. This is great. Thanks, Mom. So excited. And the director just had to keep shushing me. I was the youngest person on set. It was my older TV was there. And my parents were obviously older than me because it wasn't a David Lynch commercial. And so then they're like, you have to be quiet, just eat your peas. So I tried again. I tried really hard to not be a superstar. But look at this face. It was impossible. And so I busted out a few more lines. Not appreciated at all. And so finally, they pulled my mother aside, and they had what looked like kind of a stern talk with her. And then they said, cut, the real one, not just the end of the scene, and I had to go home. And in the car, my mother explained to me that I had been fired because I wasn't following directions. And And so that was the end of my child acting career. I later saw what was partially that commercial. They just kind of cut me out because I guess they don't have a lot of money for local commercials. So they just cut around where I had been. And like you can see a cart with my hair in it. And like I was like, my hair was in that commercial. But I decided after that I would just stick to the stage. So here I am. Thanks a lot.